Life Between the Listings with Aaron and Amy, where we are realtors by day and real people all the time. This is a podcast of funny stories, real life situations in real estate, and just a lot of laughs. Today we've got Colin Maki with Piedmont Triad Insurance with us. He's an insurance agent here in the Triad, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, well, welcome. Glad to have you on here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we're excited to ask you a whole bunch of questions and
the crazy
settle
things,
some myths and stuff like that. But you know, Colin, we always like to start off our podcast with Mixer Rick, who brings us in a very tasty beverage that he has created. So, Mixer Rick, can we get you to come in?
All right.
What do we have
You
for you?
betcha. So, how are you all doing today?
We are awesome.
Yeah?
Fantastic. Thank
Having
you.
busy weeks and all that fun stuff?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
good,
definitely.
good.
This looks so pretty. What is it?
So, y'all, every time I make you something lemony with like limoncello or something, this is a lemon prosecco cocktail. So I introduced a little bit of gin, limoncello, and then topped it with some prosecco. So
Okay.
add a little bit of effervescence, bubbly. So yeah, the limoncello brings the sweetness, and you have the gin that sort of gives that earthiness too.
Okay.
So.
Well, we are
Just in-
excited.
Just in time for summer. This is perfect.
That's
You're
it.
excited, Colin?
I am, but do you have a Zima?
Oh no,
That's all right.
fresh out.
That's all right.
Fresh
It's a little
out.
girly, we know, but that's okay. You can toast with us and take a swig.
Just keep your pinky out.
Keep
you'll
your
be
pinky
fine.
out. You'll be fine.
Yeah, put your pinky out. You'll be
There
all
we
good.
go. Oh, sorry, Eric.
Come on in.
Cheers.
Ooh,
Yeah, see?
very good.
Good
Slightly
stuff, huh?
better than a Zima, right?
Yeah, well,
Just,
I
I mean, a hair.
I miss
It's
the
a little
90s.
more lemony than a Zima.
All right. Well, you all have a
But we
wonderful show.
appreciate the feedback. We'll have Zima next time when
Next
you come
time around.
on.
Awesome.
Thanks so much, Rick. Colin. All right. On that note, excuse me. We're talking insurance today. Okay, so insurance, a lot of things. It's not the sexiest, thing to talk about. Some people think. However, there are a lot of different things that we deal with as real estate agents, guiding our clients in the, to know what type of insurance might be useful, but also extremely important to protect their asset.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's been some crazy
What about,
stories and
like,
myths and things.
The roof situation.
Yeah.
So we hear of insurance agencies that just ask how old the roof is.
Mm-hmm.
And then we hear of insurance agencies that say we need to come out and inspect the roof before we'll write a policy. And then, we can't write a policy unless it's replaced.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of what's happening with the roof industry in insurance, because that's a big thing for us
Yeah.
right now when we're listing a home.
It's a little confusing for us to be able to guide our clients. So maybe you can shed some light on that.
So we're an independent agency, so we represent multiple insurance carriers. But it depends on the carrier when it comes to roof age. Some carriers, they'll go up to 20 years for a roof.
Okay.
Some carriers are 10 years.
Okay.
From their standpoint, what they're looking at is, if that roof fails, there's a lot going on inside that house that
Sure.
could lead to other problems.
Yeah.
So whether it's a shingle roof or a metal roof, it's always best to have a newer roof when it comes to quoting insurance.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not the best case for a lot of people out there that
Yeah, it's expensive
can't put up
to-
$20,000 to replace a roof.
Right, and I have clients often that have roofs that are 10, 15, maybe getting close to 20 years old, saying, hey, there's never been a problem. Why do I have to replace it? Because going out of pocket, the costs are expensive.
It is.
And has really shot up in recent years. So what do you recommend in those situations?
If you're quoting insurance and you have a good roof and you know it's a good roof and it has that number on it, that 15 years, that 20 years, that 10 years, whatever it is, get a licensed contractor out there to say, hey, give me a report on what my roof is, what's going on with it. And they may say, you've got 15 years left in this roof. Provide that to your agent. They can provide that to the underwriter. And they can say, okay, we'll write this. Because it's a one-year policy.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, there's no really getting around the industry right now when it comes to roof age, just
It seems
because
to be
there's
a big
so
ticket
much
thing,
liability.
There is. It's Yeah, something that pops up a lot. I guess another question is, so let's say that you have a seller, which I just recently had. There was a small electrical fire, so we needed to prepare, or not prepare, we actually needed to pull permits and stuff like that for some of the work. It's not a big house, it's less than 1,000 square feet. And of course we disclosed and showed all the permits and everything else. And what does that do to a buyer coming in when they made an insurance claim? Does it hurt the buyer if there's been a claim made on a fire?
No. So I guess, rephrasing that question.
Yeah.
If someone had a fire,
Yep.
and then they're going to sell that property to a new person,
Right.
is that going to hurt the new person when it comes to getting insurance?
Right. So if they've already made an insurance claim, will it affect the new owner when they're trying to get insurance?
Not necessarily. I would look more back from a water damage standpoint.
Okay.
So if you have
Good
a
to
fire
know.
claim, when you have a fire claim, it could be a small claim in the kitchen. There's smoke damage going around, and you have to clean walls, contents, and stuff like that. No, because you can prove that everything was fixed with pictures
Okay.
and stuff, and you're walking
Permits and
around,
stuff
you know
like that.
it was cleaned from a odor standpoint. But a lot of times, let me think about this for a second.
So
here.
the biggest thing would be like if it was water damage or something like that.
Yeah, so
that could affect.
So let's say John. Let's say John owns a house. He has 3 water claims.
Oh wow, yeah.
Okay, whether it's a burst pipe or a busted toilet, whatever it is, they can be taken care of. And then John sells the house to Sarah.
Okay.
Now Sarah has the house that had the 3 water claims in it. His claim experience does not follow her. It goes with him. However, there's still underwriters that are looking at this home saying, there were 3 water claims.
Okay.
So they're looking at the
So
risk
is
of
it
both
the age
sides
of the
then.
pipe, the
Okay.
plumbing? Is it whatever the situation may be? They still may say, all right, we have some more questions for you. Or they may say, we're going to charge you more premium because we feel there's a little bit more risk involved with this house.
Interesting.
That
But
makes sense.
typically claims follow the homeowner.
Got it.
So John, he's going to buy the house in Bangladesh. Well,
Yeah,
Bangladesh,
that's fine.
Ohio.
Sure.
Okay. Wasn't
And they're
sure.
going to say, all right, well, what's going on with this claim?
Okay.
And so,
So that claim is going to follow. So that's important information for
Mm-hmm.
sellers then. If they filed a lot of claims, they may think, okay, well, I'm selling the home. It's got a new roof. It's got new this or that. But when they go to move, those claims and that history follows them on the next home they
Correct.
purchased.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's
thanks
good
for
to
clarifying
know.
that.
I did not know that. So that is great information for us to be able to share.
Yep.
Sure.
You know,
When does it become less wise to file a claim? If you have a deductible that's $1,000 or a $1,500 deductible, what are those claims that you see happen on a regular basis? Because people say, hey, I've got homeowners insurance, and you maybe don't realize that they're setting up that history. What are some of those?
So it all comes down to, if it's your first claim, so if you have $1,000 deductible, the biggest thing is if you have a loss, whether let's say it's a tree that falls on your garage or whatever the claim may be, get some estimates first. And if it's a $1,200 fix and you have $1,000 deductible, do not file a claim.
Yeah.
right.
Pay the $1,200 and move on. When you get up to and it all comes down to a personal.
Sure, the budget that
Some
they
people are
have
going
that
to
they can
file a
work
claim
with.
every single time. Everyone hates insurance until you need it.
Right?
Well, that's yes, that's a given.
I don't like paying insurance either, but I like having it because I know my assets are protected. But
Is there a risk, for example, somebody's been with you for a year, one of your carriers, they've been there a year, the neighbor's tree falls, hits the corner of your roof, knocks your AC off the pad, so it's destroyed, cuts the lines into the crawl space, just because this happens, so that's why I'm asking.
It sounds very specific, Erin.
It is, but...
and the
is-
adjuster wouldn't call me back for 2
No,
weeks.
no, they were great, but is there a risk that the homeowner, because they've only been with them a year, they could drop them if that's the only claim they've ever had?
The carrier can drop you for whatever reason at renewal.
Okay.
You're not going to get dropped midterm.
Oh, that's good to know.
There's a lot that goes into it. I'm not an adjuster. I'm not an underwriter.
Right.
The underwriter makes those decisions,
Okay.
whether we want to allow renewal or not.
Okay.
What was your question?
Just, is there a risk when a homeowner makes a claim when they've only been there for a year? If they've only had, let's say they're with
I see what
XYZ
you're saying.
Insurance,
Okay.
and they've only been there a year, they make a claim, and the claim is $5,000. Is there a risk for the homeowner that the insurance company could release them when the renewal comes up?
There's that risk. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't see that a lot.
Okay.
A lot of times, I was actually a workers' comp adjuster for a little while, or a workers' comp underwriter. So where you would see, you may have someone that has a $500 claim here, a $500 claim the next month, a $1,000 claim the next month. That's not a lot of money when it comes to insurance, at least from a premium standpoint when they're pulling the premiums, but it shows a pattern.
Right, that they're
And then from the
constantly-
underwriter standpoint, they're thinking, what's the housekeeping like?
Right.
What's the management like?
That makes sense.
That's a commercial standpoint. That's not residential, but underwriters still look at that from a personal line
The
standpoint.
behavioral patterns that they're
if you have
seeing
a
in
whole
the
bunch of
customer.
little claims, they're thinking this is going to be a big claim.
Right.
Eventually.
Right.
A lot of times you can have one big claim.
It's a numbers game.
Weather related.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
wouldn't look at it like being scared to file a claim.
Great, that's awesome. Because a lot of times homeowners are. So, real quick, we're running short on time. What is the craziest claim you've ever had?
Or unusual.
Or unusual, not craziest.
I can
yeah.
only imagine
I
there's
think
some unusual ones. And it can't be that the tree fell and took out the HVAC and the lines and everything else.
Unusual or sad?
Oh, well,
So unusual. So I guess this could help the viewers out a little bit as well, is making sure you're properly insured.
I did
Yes,
want to ask about
that's
that. So yes,
important.
let's talk about that.
This goes back to my father. He has an older house built in 1890.
Oh,
It was insured for about $120,000. It would cost $240,000 to rebuild it. But he's had insurance for $120,000. I'm not gonna. This was 2 years ago. We had someone that they had a house. I'm not gonna say the town, but it was in North Carolina, and they were insured for $90,000, and the rebuild was about $150,000. So then I had to explain to them that I'm sorry, but the max amount you're getting is $90,000.
Yeah.
They may have been insured for many years, and they didn't follow up and talk to their agent and say, "Hey, I've had these upgrades, I've had all this stuff."
or just the cost of building too.
The cost of building can go up in 2 months.
It's
right.
crazy,
So I mean,
the
you
cost
really
of
do need to
rebuilding.
look at
Yep.
these things. Yeah. Okay.
Definitely crazy.
Another big thing I wanted to say is talk to your agent. If you have any questions, talk to your agent. And you don't have to quote it every single year, but 2-3 years, say, hey, I kind of want to see what the rates are doing out there.
Yep.
And me being an agent, I'll tell someone right away, I'm sorry, you're best off where you're at.
Okay.
Because,
Which is great.
And, it could be an industry raise in rates, and you're just like, you are good where you're at. Unfortunately, it raises across the board sometimes.
And that's happened
Right.
recently here in North Carolina.
And
we know.
I think that's why it's so important to have such an honest person like yourself that we can refer our clients to
Yes.
just give them the real. That's the biggest thing is you get a lot of companies that they don't put everything out on the table, and your company does. And it gives a sense of security, which is so important.
I like the brokering too, where you're able to look at you're able to look at multiple insurance carriers, and
Yes.
you're not just one carrier.
Yep.
And there's benefit to both, right? But I like that because you can say, okay, this is a very individualized or specific situation, like a home built in 1890.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And say, oh, well, while the premium might be extremely high from this person, they have a program for that. So I think it's really important to talk to the agents, don't you think? With that?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Just be involved with your agent. And if you're not comfortable with your agent, maybe
It's time
Shop
to look for
around.
someone else.
you call Colin Maki.
Maybe.
There we
I
have
think you
it.
should.
And on that note,
Yes, 100%.
Colin, this has been great. Thanks so
Awesome.
much.
We
Thank you. I
loved
appreciate
having
it.
you. We would like to thank you all for joining us. If you liked us, please share, please subscribe, share us with your friends, leave something in the comments. And until next time, we'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.